Namaste, this is Aparna, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the reason why we mostly feel unsatisfied, unhappy, or we think that it is hard to feel the joy. Although everybody wants to be happy, everybody wants to feel joyful. Have you met a person who said, I like to be sad? I doubt it because as a human, we love joy. We do things that hope we hope that these things will make us happy, but not always. What is the reason? What's the science behind it? So if you want to understand the science or the theory behind the joy and not feeling the joy, then you have to understand your brain. So your brain has front part, which is prefrontal cortex, and the back part, which is the hind brain, or the ancient brain when we were hunters and gatherers, and it's called amygdala. So amygdala is still very active and it tries to keep us in fight, flight, or freeze mode. So even though there is no tiger chasing us, still we get scared if somebody says something bad to us. So this keeps us in the survival mode. We like to do things that just the day goes by and we don't see a glimpse of happiness. We may smile, we may put on a mask. I mean, I'm not saying all of us or all of the time, but if you look at your day and majority of the time you were feeling, oh, I'm dragging on, the day is so long, why this day is like this, why this person is giving me tough time, why things are not going my way. If these are the majority of the thoughts, that means we are ruled mostly by amygdala on that particular day. So survival mode is an automatic pilot mode. Automatic pilot mode is where we are just flying by doing things because they have to be done. But there is also another possibility which you do it sometime, but it's only intentionally trying to do it more and more. So when you do it intentionally more and more, that means you're trying to be aware, living life with intention and paying more attention to everything or anything you do. So, anything or everything you do, which means what? It means if you are just simply cleaning the dishes, doing them with intention of being present. If you have 2 minutes and you still open the door and look at the sky because you have an intention to connect with the nature. So, living with intention and shifting the mode of the mind from automatic pilot to more present mode is not so hard, but it requires practice. It requires making a new habit. Making a new habit is not so easy. In a way, it wouldn't be wrong if I say that we are slaves of our habits. So if you want to do something different, it requires change of habit. So initially, when you are doing yoga, when you are doing meditation, when you are learning mindfulness, when you decided to live life in a whole new way, the biggest challenge you will ever face is to make a new habit. And you would have seen that people make a lot of goals, objectives, intention for new year, and by the time it's only 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, it's gone already because it's not into a habit. So if we make a new habit, we can probably do it. And the habits are formed with the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of the brain. It's a modern brain, it's a new brain. It helps to make the decision, it has the willpower. But remember, everything what we are doing is being recorded in the mind, in the subconscious mind. So we have learned that there are two parts of the brain, this amygdala, which is the hind brain, and it runs the show by keeping us in fight, flight, or freeze mode. And it likes to keep us in survival mode. Whereas we also have this modern brain, which is the front part of the brain, prefrontal cortex, which helps us to make a decision. It helps us to decide what is good, what is bad. But at the same time, we also have this subconscious mind, which is recording everything. So, why things feel pleasant and why things feel unpleasant? Because remember, the main topic of this video is why we don't feel happy or how can we feel more happy. If we keep shifting the mode of the mind from automatic pilot to aware mode, and we start to keep noticing things more, we can be more happy, not initially, but eventually. Eventually, you will learn how to not keep repeating the same thoughts over and over again. Because if you are living more on an automatic pilot, which most of us are, then the mind has this tendency to let the pleasant thoughts slip away. We are Teflon for good things that happen to us, according to some famous quote that our mind has a tendency, like a Teflon for good and pleasant things, and like a Velcro for bad things. So if one thing bad happened, we will remember that. 10 things good happened, we'll be like happy in the moment and then we'll forget about it. So why does this happen? This happens because our mind get easily swept away in a doing mode. And every doing mode leads to automatic pilot. So remember, if you want to be more happy, then you have to first train your brain to be in the present moment, to be more shifting again and again from an automatic pilot is not a bad mode of the mind. I don't want you to think that it is bad. It is good. It's fine. But we don't have to spend entire life into automatic pilot. We have to learn to train the mind to come back to the present moment. How you will bring the mind to the present moment is by paying attention to breath, paying attention to the food, paying attention to anything at all that you're doing, paying attention to nature, connecting with the trees, grass, sky, anything at all. And eventually, when you have made this new habit, you will start to notice that you just feel in general more happy. And it's hard to be sad for long duration. Even if something bad happens, you will be only sad for a little while, and your mind will be more inclined to come back to this equanimity or this equilibrium. Even if you're in a place where you're neither happy nor sad, that's a good place to be. So, if you want to learn more about mindfulness, about being happy, then please subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends who you think might benefit from this. And if you like me to cover any particular topic, then please write in the comment box below and I will come back and talk about that topic. I promise. Namaste, and we will meet again soon.